guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be digging up and replanting some of these mature plants that are right behind me. And right now, early spring is a great time to do it. But before I talk more on that, I want to go over the plants that are in this area. We're in my in-laws garden right now. This is a flower bed I planted up almost 4 years ago, and the plants have done so well that they're kind of growing into each other, and we need to give them a little bit more space. So this right here is a compact gem Bosnian pine. Grows about 10 to 12 feet tall and about 5 to 6 feet wide. It's done beautifully, very slow grower. I wanted to address this really quick while I'm kind of back here. It was a concern when I planted up this area that I was going to get too close to the hydrant, but I just wanted to show you 4 years later, plenty of space. And that's something to always consider if you have something like this or any kind of utilities that need to not be like impeded by plants. You do want to make sure that you're giving them space, and we do have an issue right here because there is a pedestal that this dogwood is really growing into, so we're going to take care of that today. But the hydrant, you have full street and sidewalk access to it, so I just wanted to make sure to show you that. The Arctic Fire dogwoods, now this is the reason why I'm digging plants up, basically, because these grow about 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. They've done so well, and when I planted them, I kind of planned on them only getting about the 3 to 4 foot size, but they grow huge every single year. So we're going to be digging up all 3 of those, moving them forward, and that will make us need to dig up all 5 of these gold splash euonymus and move those as well. So we're going to be taking out some grass and just kind of reshaping and redoing this area. So I thought you guys might like to see this whole process because maybe you're dealing with the same thing. Maybe you have some things that have gotten bigger than you thought they would get, or whatever the case may be. It's okay to go in and dig them up. You want to do it. Usually early spring is a great time because like plants like the dogwood, they don't have any foliage to support. The temperatures are also very cool. So we can get them moved before they break dormancy. Then they can, pick up and grow here in probably the next couple of weeks in their new homes. Let me show you the tools that we're going to be using for this project. So we've got, first of all, a step edger. This is going to help us cut the grass and get that reshaped. Got a couple of shovels here, a rake. There are just a few little leaves we'll clean up. I've got my kneeling pad, which I may not need to use. The grass isn't that wet this morning. Biotone starter fertilizer. So even though these plants are mature, I'm going to be using the starter fertilizer in the hole. It's just a really good thing to use, and I use it on anything new I'm putting in the ground. And then we've got a pair of pruners because I'm going to cut the dogwoods back a little bit, and a big pile of mulch so that we can make it look really pretty in the end. So I think what we're going to do is set up the camera. We'll show you the whole process, and then in the end I'll just kind of do a grand reveal and show you guys what it looks like. It's all done, and you might notice right away that the euonymus is gone. Let me show you where we put it. I have a tarp here of debris I still need to take care of. Euonymus are in containers right now. As we were spreading stuff around, I realized that we didn't have quite enough euonymus to make it look right. I think I would need at least 7 in that spot. This gold splash variety grows about 1.5 to 2 feet tall and wide, and it just would be too far apart, and I think it would look weird. So my mother-in-law has got a place out back where she wants to plant these, and my plan is to come back in just a few weeks and plant some lavender right around the front edge of this whole bed, and then possibly pop a couple of small ornamental grasses toward the back. So I actually think that this whole redo is going to end up being even prettier than it was to begin with. So anyway, I hope that seeing this whole process was helpful or encouraging. If you find yourself in the same position that I found myself. Maybe you planted stuff too close together or something got way bigger than you thought it was, you still can transplant it and move it somewhere else. You do want to make sure to get as big of a root ball as you can. Do it in early spring if you can as well. I did toss some starter fertilizer in the hole. I filled the hole up about halfway with water and introduced the root ball to that nice moist soil, and then just packed them in really tightly. So you want to make sure also to keep them really well watered, especially throughout this first part of the year and through the heat of summer until they can get established again. So that's it, you guys. We will be back here in a few weeks to show you the lavender and the grasses going in so you can kind of see a finished product. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.